Hi, I'm back with another ASA review. We've got a ASA ruling this week into online endorsements and reviews. So it's all about having negative reviews and positive reviews on a website. So the company are called Candy Coat Limited, and the complaint was that they were removing negative reviews or pushing them further down a page, with the result that they were giving themselves an overall 5-star rating. Now, what the ASA wanted to see was evidence that all reviews, whether they were negative, positive, in between, were treated fairly and in the same way. The company failed to show that. So the complaint was upheld. Effectively, you couldn't be certain that they hadn't been removing those negative reviews, and that is misleading. And that just brings us on to the topic of reviews generally and endorsements. Now, I'm not going to go directly into influencer marketing because there are so many facets to reviews and endorsements, from TripAdvisor to Amazon, etc. So it's a fairly complicated area, but I will talk through just the rules in relation to brands' own pages and own websites. So there are some general rules, and some of them are super simple and a little bit obvious, but I'll go through them anyway. Don't pose as a consumer, so brands should not be posting reviews about their own products on their own sites, obvious. They should have permission to use all reviews, so as a brand you should ensure that you have got express permission. It might seem obvious if someone's submitting a review, but it may not be obvious in what context you're going to use that review, so be absolutely clear on what that permission means. They should, or the brand should, keep all the reviews as evidence. So in case that there is a complaint that a review is fake, essentially, you would have the original there. If it's emailed to you, sent by letter, whatever, just make sure you keep the original. Use relevant reviews, that's the next one. So that means do not mix and match reviews against products. If a review related to a particular product, that is exactly what it should be set up against. Don't incentivize, this is important actually, don't incentivize positive reviews. Now, this is a mistake that you see across the board, and you can see why it's done, because there is a lot of power in a positive review. But the rules are, if you are presenting a review as authentic, genuine, a consumer's honest opinion about a product, then if you've incentivized it, then you're actually changing that authenticity. So the rule is that you should not be doing that if you're presenting it in that way. And finally, just to explain how the ASA remit actually works with regards to reviews, and this is quite interesting, well, at least I think so. If you have, as a brand, have a page full of reviews, and you're not touching those reviews, you aren't removing negative reviews, you aren't bumping up the higher rated reviews, you really are not touching or moderating these reviews, then actually, in terms of the ASA's remit, this is not advertising, and they would not look into complaints about that page at all. It's just once you start moderating and removing or editing those reviews that it falls into the ASA's remit, and they can investigate complaints about that page. So an interesting little nugget of information there for you. That's really the only interesting ruling I wanted to talk about this week. But as I said, there's probably more we can talk about in terms of reviews and endorsements, in terms of TripAdvisor, Amazon, etc. So if anyone's got any particular questions, pop them on LinkedIn or on the comments below, and I will address them in the next video. That's it for now.